What's up, everybody? JP, Big Cat Breaks. If you grew up in the 80s, you probably watched baseball on TV. Every Saturday, you watched This Week in Baseball, the Twib Notes. You had the Braves on TBS. You had the Cubbies on WGN. And if you were like me, you collected baseball cards. If so, watch this video and check out my top 15 baseball card rookies that I absolutely need in my collection. Stick around. So first and foremost, this video is brought to you by none other than Big Cat Breaks. Big Cat Breaks, we have a great group of people, beginner friendly. Most of our breaks are under $50 a spot. We do mixers, we do randoms, we do pick your teams, we do some draft styles sometimes. Sometimes I get these hot hands and we just pull some heaters left and right. So join a break, have some fun, love to have you. You can find us at www.bigcatcardbreaks.com. and become a Big Cat OG. We'd love to have you in a break, and we will see you soon. Links in the description. Check us out. So I grew up collecting in the 80s, and I still remember my first pack of cards. It was 1986 Topps, had the black border. I pulled a Reggie Jackson, and I pulled a Vince Coleman rookie card, which I still have today. They're all beat to heck, which most of those cards that I collected back then did. I was probably 7 years old, but I still have a lot of them. That 1986 set still has a lot of sentimental value, and a lot of those 80s cards still have a lot of sentimental value, which a lot of these on the list. But I wanted to share with you my top 15 80s baseball card rookies that I absolutely need in my collection or back in my collection. So for whatever reason, I never pulled the trigger on these cards. I've traded them away. I probably had a million chances to buy them. Probably traded a lot of these when I was a kid. Whatever reason, these cards are not in my PC at the moment. Now, these are in no particular order or ranking of value or anything like that. Just a solid 15 rookie cards that I want. Most take me back to a simpler time, to a great time when I collected. So hopefully they do you too. But first, I wanted to show you my top 5 that did not make the list and should have. Number 1, honorable mention, the 1990 Leaf Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Love that card. Don't have him in my PC. I feel like I had him at one time, but I didn't. Number 2, honorable mention, 1985 Topps Roger Clemens. Just a classic card, right? Number 3, honorable mention, the Mark McGwire Team USA 1985 Topps. I almost pulled the trigger on one of these, but I couldn't find one that I really liked. Either they were really off center or they were kind of dinged up, and just never pulled the trigger on that one. Number 4, honorable mention, 1988 Fleer Randy Johnson, the Marlboro card, where he has the Marlboro blacked out behind him in the screen. I never bought that one. Number 5, honorable mention, the 1984 Donruss Joe Carter for the Blue Jays. The rated rookie, hit the game winner for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's from Oklahoma like I am, so there's some hometown nostalgia there that that card I'll probably get down the road. Those are the top 5 honorable mentions that did not make these top 15, but would be the next 5 that I would purchase for my PC if I went to 20, which I will eventually. Now on to my personal favorites, but first, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the like. We're on the road to 1K subscribers. We got a long way to go, as you can see, so I need your help. Make sure you like, hit the bell as well, so you get all the notifications for our live breaks and more videos down the road. And don't forget to visit us at www.bigcatcardbreaks.com. Buy into a break, buy some sealed wax, buy some singles. We'd love to have you and become a Big Cat OG. So in no particular order or value or order of most expensive or anything like that, this is my 15 cards that I just want to have in my PC, or I don't have in my PC currently. So coming in at number 15, 1988 Fleer Update John Smoltz. Now this John Smoltz design is probably a little nauseating. You know, you got the red and blue stripes, you got the white background. Not one of his mainstream rookies, but one of his first rookies, right after his trade from Detroit. So 10 points if you know who he was traded for. And if you said Doyle Alexander, 10 points. But I think the Braves did okay. So this is number 15, Johnny Smoltz. Coming in at number 14, the 1986 Topps Traded Jose Canseco. In 1986, I had just started collecting. Had no idea there was a Topps Traded version, but I just loved the set. Had the Will Clark, had the Wally Joyner, the Bo Jackson. This Canseco just looks really cool and probably needed in my PC. I think he has a car wash now in a dispensary or something. But Jose Canseco, number 14. Coming in at number 13 on the list, my second favorite Cub of all time, Mr. Mark Grace. Now, the Mark Grace rated rookie, Donruss, is a great card. One, because he looks 12 years old. Two, it's got the blue on blue look, and kind of the color match before color match was cool. This is a card that I never pulled, I never purchased for myself, but any self-respecting Cub fan probably needs this one in their collection. I'm no different. I just got to have this one. That's Mark Grace, number 13. Coming in at number 12, probably a little low on my list, but since I have really no ranking, this is just kind of how I thought him up in my head. 1989 Donruss, The Rookies, Ken Griffey Jr. Not a true Griffey rookie, but one of the coolest cards that I remembered. You had 1989 was like the heyday of Griffey's, right? Everyone wanted a Griffey. Everybody was looking for Griffey. Everybody just wanted one of these cards, and I was no different. The eye black, the no batting gloves, the practice jersey. Griffey was the coolest thing ever. It's why I wore my hat backwards. So this 1989 Donruss, The Rookies, is one that I just never had in my collection. Always wanted, still do, 30 years later. So at number 12, 1989 Donruss, The Rookies. That takes us to number 11 with one of the brightest cards in the list, which is the 1988 Score Traded, Craig Biggio. Craig Biggio, brightest orange card ever. One of the killer bees that I actually didn't mind. I hated Bagwell, I hated Bell, I hated Berkman, but that goes back to my Cub fan days back in the NL Central. But as you can see, Biggio came up as a hitting catcher and made the move to second base, and the rest is history. 3,000 hits, so guy's a baller. But Craig Biggio, number 11 on the list. Ugliest orange ever. Into the top 10, this card is one that any 80s baseball collector probably had or needed in their collection. The 1984 Donruss Don Mattingly. You could actually put the Topps one in here too, but when I was a kid, if you had this Donruss Mattingly, like, you were king. You were the man. Yankee staple of the 80s. I think my cousin actually had this card once and wouldn't trade me. He had like 72 Don Mattingly, but he would never trade me. So Donnie Baseball in the top 10. Okay, number 9. Hall of Fame or not, steroids or not, the 1986 Topps Traded Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is one of those iconic cards for me, the Topps Traded set. Again, back to 1986, where I'm just kind of stuck. This is one of Bonds' first cards. Great card, great player. Even without the roids, back in the day, he was amazing, even before he blew up and started hitting home runs and got on the roids. But number 9, Barry Bonds, 86 Topps Traded. Great card. Got to have that. Number 8, 1983, Tony Gwynn. This is his Topps card, but I love this 83 Topps design. Tony Gwynn's one of those players in the 80s that just you love to watch. Had one of the best swings that I've ever seen. And he was just a great player, even for the Padres. Best hitter I ever witnessed, and I love this card. I love this set. So I'm going to have to get Tony Gwynn. Number 7, the 1986 set, Topps Traded. Actually, I'm probably just going to have to buy the whole Topps Traded set in 1986. I don't know why I don't. 1986, Topps Traded, Bo Jackson is number 7 on my list. Bo knows everything. So, and growing up, that was kind of the thing, right? So, since this is a rookie card list, I have to add the Bo that I need. And one of my favorite Bo cards is the shoulder pads and the bat. You know, Bo knows. That was the one to have when I was growing up. And I think I have that one still. But this is my second favorite Bo, and I still need it in my collection. But that's a Heisman winner right there. So before he went to the Royals, so I'm going to have this one. Coming in at number 6 is 1985 Topps Kirby Puckett. Now, Kirby Puckett is one of those players that we didn't get to see a lot here when I was in Oklahoma growing up. We didn't get a lot of Twins games unless they were the game of the week or something like that. Later on in his career, you know, when they won the World Series. But the 1985 Kirby Puckett Topps is just one that I need in my collection. He was a great player for the Twins, a great fielder. There's also a Fleer Update Puckett that I need, but I went for the classic Topps that I also need in my collection. But love Kirby. Number 6, Kirby Puckett, 1985 Topps. And before we get to the top 5, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications when we go live for our live breaks or other videos we have coming down the line. And to go to www.bigcatcardbreaks.com, buy into a break. We sell breaks from the NFL, the NBA, and MLB, and we'd love to have you in a break. Very beginner friendly, and most of our breaks are under $50 a spot. So check us out, bigcatcardbreaks.com. Love to have you. Become a Big Cat OG today. Number 5, another one of my favorite Cubs of all time. Probably my third favorite Cub. But the 1987 set, Topps traded Tiffany Greg Maddux. I don't have a lot of Tiffany, and I didn't put a lot of Tiffany on the list, but this is one that I don't have that I would really love to. I think this is one of the Tiffany sets with more of a higher print run, the 1987 Topps set. But Greg Maddux, Tiffany, I have to add this one to my collection. I have a couple of his already, but I don't have this one. So Greg Maddux in a Cub uniform, you can't go wrong. 4-time Cy Young, 4 straight Cy Young Award winner from 92 to 95. Greg Maddux in the top 5. Number 4, just making the 80s cut, 1980 Topps, Rickey Henderson. So listen, Rickey Henderson stole 1,406 career bases. That's probably more than anybody, any team in today's game. It's just a ridiculous number. For like 23 years, still swiping bags into his 40s. So I think he played till like 2003 or something like that and was still swiping bags. So 1980 Rickey Henderson is one that I need because I love him. Here's another did you know. Rickey Henderson was actually Nolan Ryan's 5,000th strikeout. But coming in at number 4, 1980 Topps Rickey Henderson. Classic card. The 1982 Topps Cal Ripken Jr. It's the Iron Man. I have one Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card, but I think it's the Donruss or the Fleer. I can't remember. But I don't have the Topps with the 3 eyes on it here. If you're a collector of baseball, you need to have the Iron Man in your collection. There has to be a Cal. This Topps he shared with 2 guys that probably didn't pan out. Bonner, and Jeff Schneider. But I got to have this one for my PC. Coming in at number 3, Cal Ripken Jr. Topps. So I struggle with number 1 and number 2, but just because I'm a huge Cub fan and I'm a huge Ryan Sandberg fan. So coming in at number 2, the 1983 OPC Ryan Sandberg. My all-time favorite Cub, named my firstborn after him, his middle name, true story, but there's one, maybe 2 Ryan Sandbergs that I just never purchased, and this 1983 OPC is one of them, just because I love saying OPC. Cool to say, but I feel like I've had this one and maybe traded it away. I sold it. Maybe a buddy took it out of my Trapper Keeper in 6th grade or something like that. But I feel like I had it, but I just never hung on to it. So this one is one that I absolutely need for my collection and will be coming soon as I just pull the trigger and purchase it. But the other one that I need in my PC, the 1982 Red Lobster Ryan Sandberg. So that's just a little extra. Coming in at number 2, my man, Ryan Sandberg, 1983 OPC. Now, before I get to number 1, make sure you go to www.bigcatcardbreaks.com. Check us out. Buy into a break. Love to have you. But I also wanted to send you to my Facebook page, The Break Room by Big Cat Breaks. Go check us out on Facebook. Become a Big Cat OG. You'll get first notice of all breaks. You'll get your first pick of teams. And I always give advance notice in the Facebook. So become a Big Cat OG on Facebook, Big Cat Breaks, The Break Room by Big Cat Breaks. Join in, join a break. Love to have you. Let's have some fun. And don't forget to click the subscribe button, click the like button. We're on the road to 1K. As you can see, we got a long way to go, and I need your help. So Click that subscribe button and the notification so you get updates on all of our live videos, live breaks, and more videos to come. Thank you guys for making it all the way to number one. And you know the number one card on my list that I absolutely need back, the 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. It should be number one on everybody's list. If you're a fan of 80s rookies cards, this is the one. You got the glossy look of Upper Deck. You got the gold chain. You got the 15-year-old looking Ken Griffey Jr. with the hat propped up. Who cares if it was way overproduced? It's the one that everybody wanted, everybody was looking for. And I was one of those kids, and I had it, and I need it back. I traded this one for 2 Cubs pencils, a pack of zebra stripe gum, and probably a Ryan Sandberg Dream Team card or something like that. But kind of regret it, I kind of don't, because that zebra stripe gum was pretty good. But I'm going to get this one back for sure. But this is number one on the list. 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. Best card. And that, my friends, is my top 15 80s rookie cards that I absolutely need in my collection. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking this trip down memory lane with me. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember to don't leave without hitting that subscribe button, as we're on the road to 1K. We need your help. So subscribe, get advance notice for some more videos I have coming up. Also, join a break with us. Come hang out, and let's open some cards. www.bigcatcardbreaks.com and become a Big Cat OG on our Facebook, The Break Room by Big Cat Breaks. I'm JP. This is Big Cat Breaks. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one, and may all your hits be heaters.